I wanted to do a video on one of the most overpowered items in the game Pool of Radiance, but it's also a very confusing item to use. I'm going to get it underway because it takes a long time to trigger. So you select the Manual of Bodily Health, you select Use, and you'll see on the magic display that Damon is now studying the Manual of Bodily Health. So let me just set this up. You need to study it for 31 days to go from studying to training. So while that's ticking away, you might ask, what exactly does this manual do? It increases your constitution by 1, and when you hit 20 constitution in this game, you will get this skill, this ability called regeneration, which regenerates 1 hit point per hour. And as there's very limited healing in this game, you have to either rest to get points or just cure light wounds or healing potions. It's really overpowered that a character can regenerate their own hit points. So we're now going to display, he's gone from studying to training. This, as far as I know, takes 100 days, and this is the source of confusion because people trigger the Manual of Bodily Health and use it, and they don't go into the display screen and they don't see that he's gone from studying to training or whatever. And so eventually, you can imagine you're venturing away, and a couple of areas later, your Dwarven Fighter suddenly starts regenerating hit points, and you don't know what was the cause, what was the effect. This ability makes Dwarven Fighters, I think, the best fighter in Pool of Radiance. They become the most tanky. That's if you're not going to just start copying items left, right, and center. So a modified Dwarven Fighter can have 19 Constitution, which will go up to 20, which will give them the ability to regenerate. This is super useful out in the wilderness because as you're just riding around, each square takes several hours to do, so you'll see their hit points start flying up. Like the Kobold Caves, for instance, sometimes you come crawling out of that area and you've got a really beaten up party, and if you rest, you might attract monsters, and you're trying to make a run down the New Flan so you can get back to heal up your party, and your fighter might actually be the one, your Dwarven Fighter might be the one that actually survives and carries the party out. We've all been there. So Damon's now finished training. We're going to exit. We're going to go up and we're going to do something silly, and we're going to get Damon to deliberately lose a duel to show this off. So Damon's going to duel. He's going to run away. So he is now unconscious. If we get one of our lovely clerics to cure light wounds on him, he's got 1 hit point, which is perfect to show off. Basically, if you notice the time, it's 1:25, and you notice his hit points, as I start to look, so that wastes 10 minutes, he starts getting hit points back. So it's 2:15 right now. You'll notice that every time an hour passes, he gets an extra hit point back. So this self-healing effect is super, super powerful in this game. I think it's the 3rd most powerful item behind Dust of Disappearance and Necklace of Missiles, which if you've seen speedruns, especially MS Kane speedruns, he abuses them a lot. We love your work to get his super crazy speedrun times. Anyway, I hope that cleared up how the Manual of Bodily Health works. Just to clarify, one last thing. 20 Constitution, and I think if I go in camp magic display now, okay, no, it doesn't show. I thought it would say regenerate. I thought they got the ability regeneration, but it doesn't. Anyway, hope that's helpful.